Next up, I read Elizabeth Peters' The Love Taker. Now, you guys know I love Elizabeth. Now, you guys know I love Elizabeth Peters. I'm very, much of a fan of her Jacqueline Kirby mystery series. Y'all know who you are who watch my videos. But anyway, this book is a standalone. It's not a part of any of Miss Peters' series. The book is, wow, this is what it's a mystery. Of course, this is the whole subject of this video, but it's a mystery with a sort of a fairy tale dressing, I want to say. But anyway, in this book, a student named Nora is in Chicago for the winter writing her dissertation. Girl, she's finna get her little robe and her gown. She's gonna walk the stage, girl. She finna get her college diploma, her degree, and all this stuff. She's just gonna handle her business. But she takes refuge in Chicago for two reasons. One, she wanna be close to the library of the local university, and two, she's trying to run away from ex-lover who is stalking her. What she ends up doing is that she receives a notice from her family members in this place called Idlewood. Idlewood is an estate somewhere in the back countries of Maryland. Her family, which consists of three individuals, is two of her great aunts and one of her great uncles, wants her and her brother. I was about to give something away right there. I just felt it on the tip of my tongue. But trying to get her and her brother to come down there to visit them. Idlewood is all black, the big pitch black forest with all this snow, a place that I would never take my ass, but they're all out there in this cabin in the woods. Was actually an estate, like I said, a mansion or whatever. And what happens is that this eccentric aunt, who is sort of dealing with issues of possibility of being senile, she claims that she sees fairies and lights and hears music playing in the surrounding forest. But see, why nobody actually believes her, eventually Nora is the one who witnesses the lights and the music in the forest as well, and that in turn causes her to go out to investigate this issue to find out exactly what is going on. This is what I really love about certain mystery books, is that while they do introduce those little elements of paranormal or supernatural or preternatural elements into the book without having it being stated that this is what this book is that there's always that sort of human variable inside of the mix that's causing all the trouble, and that is exactly what took place in here. So while they're seeing all this stuff in the woods, it's actually some people plotting to drive these individuals out of this mansion so that they can be greedy and take all their damn money. But anyway, I did enjoy this book. It still contained that sort of Peters trademark zany oddballness in her writing, and I could really appreciate that. I loved it. Next, I read Mama Rocks the Empty Cradle by Nora DeLoach. Now this is book number 6 in Nora DeLoach's Mama mystery series. Now let me see, I skipped 5 because I never ordered it, but I've always had 6, so I think it's 6. 6 or 6, yes. But anyway, Nora DeLoach is another, I spoke about her in my Read So Lit video. She's an African-American writer who wrote crime fiction revolving around an elderly or middle-aged, I would say, black woman and her daughter who is a paralegal. This book, it shows the two having to solve the murder of a single mother who lived a life that was often criticized and judged by people in her community. But the story opens with Mama and her daughter Simone in the grocery store. Girl, they was at Food World or something, and they hear a baby crying the next aisle over. So they go to investigate because Mama is a social worker. They go to investigate only to find that this baby is in the arms of one of the individuals in their town who is known to have mental disabilities. And clearly the baby is not the woman's child. Come to find out, the woman kidnapped the baby from the actual mother, and the mother storms into the grocery store. Honey, she snatches her baby up. They're snatching your kids up, and she basically cuss out everybody in this store for the incident that she let happen, as far as I'm concerned. But down the line, the single mother, like I said, she's found murdered, and then Mama and her daughter Simone has to figure out exactly what happened. So the question is, was it the mentally ill lady who actually accidentally killed her, or was it someone else like the baby's father who actually did the murder? As always, I do enjoy Mama's books and her mysteries. They're like the old-time English country mysteries with a black, southern African-American, Alabamian, Mississippi, Indiana black twist to them. But what I like about Nora DeLoach, as I said, being an African-American mystery writer, is that she also always takes little subjects that, you know, they're not exclusive to the black community, but there are subjects that the black community face that are not talked about enough or that are stigmatized, and she talks about these things in her books. So in this one, it will be the stigma of being a single mother, and also how as black individuals or our community, we sometimes sweep mental illness issues under the rug, or it's not spoken about. Love this book. And see, the thing about it is that, you know, it's discussed, but it's discussed in a way that, you know, the narrative is not preachy, or, you know, it's not talking down to the individual. So Mama, as a social worker, she always has a nice big open, when they talk about abortion too, they talked about that in this book. But anyway, like I was saying, Mama has a big open heart for every individual. She's always warm and kind and straightforward. That, yeah, I just absolutely love the series because of that. So it was great to be able to swim into her world again after not swimming in it for like over a year or something, because I didn't buy the 5th book or something, because I don't know. And then to close up July, I read Patricia Cornwell's At Risk and Patricia Cornwell's The Front. Now, I did this post that I'm very, very much proud of, in which I count down it my 6 favorite Patricia Cornwell's Scarpetta mysteries. I'm gonna put a link below. But I was so moved by that post that I wanted to read more Patricia Cornwell, but not necessarily a reread of a Scarpetta book. So I picked these up at my used library and read them in like a couple days. And I have to say that I really don't want to talk about these books on this video. I really don't. I will say that I did enjoy this one, and you guys don't even know what the books are about, so some of you may not. So let's see. But anyway, the 2-book series is about a state investigator named he got like 50 names, like no joke. Winston, Geronimo, and then his real last name is something Gray Goose. I don't know, Gray Goose. It's Win Gray Goose. But no, in all seriousness, he is like I said, he's a state investigator. He's currently in Knoxville, Tennessee, you know, under some sort of training for the FBI, I want to say. But anyway, Wynn is called back from his training in Tennessee to go up to Boston, where the district attorney is asking him to take part in investigating a cold case crime that took place 20 years ago in Tennessee. So basically, she called him to come from Tennessee to come to Boston to investigate a crime that took place in Tennessee. Girl, why you wasting my time? But as always, that case is designed for the district attorney to sort of level up into a governor position within that community, and she will go through any lengths to make that happen, including using a lot of people to do so, stepping on some backs. Yeah, she did. But the thing that I really had a problem with this book is that while the case was ongoing, and there was kind of multiple layers to it that I won't give away, when was using his partner or his colleague back in Tennessee to do all the investigative work for him and her, basically. That woman's name was Delma Sykes, I want to say, and she was the one who was opening up the crates, looking at the old files, interviewing the liars, interviewing the police department in that state who had a hand in that crime, doing all of the work while he was upstate in Boston, messing around with this damn woman who just was doing whatever the hell she wanted to do to be the governor. And I really don't too much. I'm not trying to shade the book or the series, but I was really disappointed. But in any case, it did the trick. After my Scarpetta post, I read some Patricia Cornwell. It did the trick. I was done. It was out of my system, and I'm good now. But yeah, that's it. But as always, when I make these videos, it's just me sharing with you guys what I've read in the month that I decided to finally show the video on. But you can always click my links below, where I have a blog post that has further summaries, further ideas, further discussions, further opinions of mine, all written down.